Hello students of class 11. Today we are to discuss about percentage method of measuring price elasticity of demand. We all know it. Price elasticity of demand refers to the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded due to a change in price. So we have to measure here the response of the consumer, whether there is a high response, elastic demand, or low response, inelastic demand. We have to measure this elasticity of demand. And percentage method is one of the methods of measuring this price elasticity of demand. According to percentage method, price elasticity of demand, EP stands for price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand is the ratio of percentage change in demand and percentage change in price. So in percentage method, price elasticity of demand is expressed as the ratio of percentage change in demand and percentage change in price. So first we have to calculate percentage change in demand. How will you calculate percentage change in demand? This is the formula to calculate percentage change in demand. Delta Q by Q1 into 100. Delta Q stands for change in demand and Q1 is the initial demand. So percentage change in demand is equal to change in demand divided by initial demand into 100. In same way, you will calculate percentage change in price. Change in price divided by initial price. P1 stands for initial price. Delta P stands for change in price. Delta P by P1 into 100. So 100 will be cancelled, and if you rearrange these terms, you will get a formula like this. What is that formula? Delta Q, that is change in demand, divided by delta P, change in price, into P1 by Q1, initial price by initial demand. So this is the formula. In most cases we will use this formula, delta Q by delta P into P1 by Q1. But in some cases we have to use the original formula. This is the original formula, percentage change in demand by percentage change in price. And we derive another formula from this original formula. Some cases we will use this original formula. If informations are given in percentage form, if percentage change in demand is given to you, or if percentage change in price is given to you, or if both are given to you in percentage form, always use this formula. You need not write this formula. But otherwise, in all other cases, we will use this formula. Now next thing, very important thing to note here is that this expression of price elasticity of demand, delta Q by delta P into P1 by Q1, or the original formula, whatever you say, this expression is always a negative expression, less than 0. Numerical value of coefficient of price elasticity of demand will be always negative, less than 0. The question may be, why price elasticity of demand is negative? To answer, we have to look at the formula again. P1 is the initial price. Price cannot be negative. Q1, initial demand. Demand cannot be negative. So which one is negative? Either delta Q or delta P. One of them will be negative. Delta Q means change in demand. Delta P means change in price. Change in demand, change in price, a difference. A difference may be positive, may be negative, may be 0. And there is a possibility that one of them will be negative, not both of them. Here is the answer, not both of them. Why not both of them? Why only one of them will be negative? Because of inverse relation between price and demand. They are moving in opposite direction. If price falls, delta P will be negative, P2 minus P1 will be negative. And due to that fall in price, demand rises. delta Q will be positive. So in this way, any one of them, either delta Q or delta P, one of them will be negative. If one of them is negative, one of them is negative because of inverse relationship. If one of them is negative, automatically the whole expression will be negative. So if you are asked why price elasticity of demand is always negative, in a word you have to say because of inverse relationship, price elasticity of demand is negative. Because of inverse relationship, either delta Q or delta P, any one of them will be negative and the expression becomes negative. At last, we will try to state about the elasticity after having the answer of price elasticity of demand. We will first calculate coefficient of price elasticity of demand, then looking at the answer, we will state whether it is the case of elastic demand or inelastic demand or unitary elastic demand. But the problem is that if EP is always negative, how will we explain elastic demand? Elastic demand means EP must be greater than 1. EP is percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price. If numerator part is greater, percentage change in demand is more, larger response. Percentage change in demand is more than percentage change in price. Numerator part of the ratio is more than the denominator part. Then EP will be greater than 1. But if we say EP is always negative, how can we explain elastic demand? For this problem, we do one thing. What is that? We just ignore the negative sign. Negative sign will not be taken into consideration. If you do not consider the negative sign, then coefficient of price elasticity of demand is only a number. No sign will be, no negative sign. So if you ignore negativity, if it is only a number, this number may be greater than 1, may be equal to 1, may be less than 1. 3 possibilities are there. It's a pure number, so it will be greater than 1 or less than 1 or equal to 1. If modulus EP, absolute EP, this symbol is given when you are not considering negative signs, called modulus sign. Modulus EP is greater than 1, suppose 2, 3, 4, etc. is the answer. Then you will say it is a case of elastic demand. If modulus EP is greater than 1, it is a case of elastic demand. If modulus EP is less than 1, suppose 0.75 is the answer, 0.8 is the answer, a value less than 1, it is a case of inelastic demand. It will happen when percentage change in price is more, denominator part is more, then ratio will be less than 1. So if answer is less than 1, EP is less than 1, modulus EP is less than 1, we will give a statement, it is a case of inelastic demand. If you see modulus EP is equal to 1, that means percentage change in demand is equal to percentage change in price. We say this is a case of unitary elastic demand. This is all about percentage method of price elasticity of demand. In next class, we will work out so many problems related to price elasticity of demand, and after that we will give statement about the elasticity. I think then it will be absolutely clear. So this much, student. Thank you.